A good opportunity comes your way. It sounds exciting. Maybe there's even money attached to it. So why would a smart business owner say no to a perfectly good opportunity? That's what we're going to talk about today on Capture and Connect.
Welcome to Capture and Connect. Insight, challenges, and proven strategies to help you take your passion for photography and turn it into an income-generating business.
If you were with me in the last episode, you heard what happened when someone offered me $300 per picture. We talked about slowing down, asking questions, doing your research, and understanding what you're getting into before you actually make a business decision. But that experience left me with another question. Let's say everything had checked out. It's all good. The opportunity was legitimate. The money was true and real. Would that automatically mean I should say yes? Not necessarily, because something can make you money and still pull you away from the photography business you're trying to build. Here's what I think gets really hard for us photographers. There are so many things that we could do with our pictures. And that's the problem, because any one of those ideas might be good, but trying to build them all at the same time, now we're not building one photography business anymore. We're building 5. And I know how easy this is because I've done it. Most of us start somewhere, right? We start most of the time with prints. Then we hear about somebody commissioning work. So that's what I did. And I actually enjoyed it. And then you'll hear somebody like me talking about licensing. So you're like, ooh, I want to do that. And then you see another photographer doing art shows. You're like, ooh, that looks like fun. I want to do that. Oh, and then you go on YouTube and you learn about teaching how you photograph. Ooh, I want to do that. You start workshops. Maybe even better, I'll be a YouTuber. And we think as we're doing this, ooh, I can make money doing this too. And maybe you can. If you love jumping on different opportunities and making a sale here and there, and that's the business you want, go for it. But if your goal is to build something that can actually continually bring you money, doing the photography you truly love, jumping around has a cost to it. Every time you change direction, you're starting another learning curve. You're learning new people, new clients, new ways to market, how to talk to your people, and you're using time you could have spent getting really good at the direction you already chose. So let me tell you my story. Like I told you before, I've done this. I sold my prints. I made some money. I did some commission work. I made money. It was a lot of fun. I tried different things. And I think it's good when you're first starting off, when you don't really understand what you truly love to do. But what I was doing was making money here and there. And that's why you hear a lot of photographers saying you can't do this, because that's what most photographers do. I want you to know at the very beginning, I wasn't building one thing. I wasn't giving myself enough time to be known for something. But when I started licensing my photography, something clicked for me. What will click for you? I absolutely loved it. So I focused on that. I started connecting with businesses in the hospitality industry. My clients understand the whole story of why I went into the hospitality industry. That's an insider thing. And then other opportunities started coming my way because of that work, because of licensing. I started getting known for that. So I had companies approaching me for my pictures, for books, and I had a tourism place connect with me and ask me if I would license my work. And then a big government project came along. Now, those are very different from the hospitality industry, which is hotels and high-end restaurants. So was it a bad opportunity? Maybe not. It just wasn't the right opportunity for the business I was trying to build. And this is where I think we forget something really important. Every opportunity has a price. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about your time, your attention, and energy. And every new direction means learning something else. Just like I was talking in my last podcast about NFTs. Who buys this? How do I talk to them? Where do I find them? How do I market to these people? How do I show them that I know what I'm talking about so they can trust me? Those all take time. So when an opportunity comes along, don't only look at how much could I make. I want you to ask yourself, what is this going to cost me to build right now? Because if I spend the next 3 months going on this direction, what could I have built in those same 3 months if I stayed focused on my business that I have now? That's why time isn't only money. Time is direction. Where you're putting your time is where you're taking your business to the next level. So here's the question I want you to think about. Ask yourself this. Am I chasing money or am I building a photography business? Please don't take every possibility of making money pulling you in another direction. Over here, over there. I want the money you're working toward to help you build something you actually want for your photography business. If you are sitting here trying to make money and chasing this and chasing that, and you're wondering why your business isn't flourishing, then what I'm asking you to do is make the choice on purpose. Don't chase something simply because somebody else makes money from it. If you want to build a business that continually makes money from the photography you truly love, give yourself enough time to actually build it. I want you to become the expert in their eyes. And this is exactly why I start with your mission in the CC Biz method. Sometimes when I say mission, people think I'm talking about the nice little statement you're supposed to put on your website. No, I'm talking about your personal mission in life. Your mission should help you make better business decisions. When another opportunity comes along, I want you to be able to ask, does this move me towards the business I'm building? Or is it pulling me somewhere else? And maybe you're thinking, Janice, that's my problem. I don't know what I want my photography business to be. And that's okay. We've all been there. But that's something I want you to figure out before you spend months building 5 different things. So I'll ask you these questions right now. What photography do you truly love? What do you want this business to do for your life? Who would you really enjoy working with? What do you actually want to become known for? You don't need to figure this all out right now, but you do need enough to stop every new idea from becoming your new business. Maybe you've been listening to this and thinking, oh boy, I've been doing this. So here's what I want you to think about. What are you spending time on right now that doesn't really belong in the photography business you want to build? So, okay, you might be asking me, what should I do instead? So, what I want you to think about is look at what you're already doing right now. What's taking your time? What's moving your business forward? What's keeping you busy without really taking you anywhere in your business? That's what I want you to notice, because sometimes the answer isn't another strategy, another game plan. It's about focus. So let's go back to the question, the one that I asked you in the very beginning of this episode. Why would a smart business owner say no to a good opportunity? Because a good opportunity can still take you in the wrong direction. Saying no doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean somebody else shouldn't do it. And it doesn't even mean you'll never do it. Sometimes it simply means not now, not this, not for the business I'm building at this moment. Let's give you something to do to really focus. That's what I like to do in these podcasts here on YouTube. I want you to do one thing. Look at where you're spending your business time and ask, is this helping me build the photography business I actually want? That's it. You don't need another 10-step checklist. If it's helping you, keep moving. If it's not, maybe that's something worth looking at before you add anything else. And I want to end with this so you could remember this. Sometimes one of the smartest business decisions you'll ever make is saying no to a perfectly good opportunity. If you're new to building your photography business and you need help getting that foundation in place, you can join me inside my free boot camp that's coming up soon. It's a boot camp workshop. I'll put down the link below. And if you're already a photographer in business and you just need a little extra help figuring things out, then go ahead and check out the Start Here page that I have on my website. And before I leave you today, there's something interesting about everything I just talked about today. I need to take my own advice. I've been looking at the numbers behind Capture and Connect on YouTube and looking at how much time I'm spending researching, recording, editing, making thumbnails, promoting, and showing up every single week. And I've had to ask myself the same question I just asked you. Is this where I should be putting this much of my time right now? I'm not quitting Capture and Connect. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take some time to do a 90-day Find My Ideal Client experiment. I want to find out where landscape, nature, and fine art photographers who want to build businesses are actually spending their time. Not where somebody tells me they should be, where they really are. I'm going to explore different places, listen to what photographers are talking about, pay attention to the questions they're asking, and learn where I'm actually making connections. And I'm going to share that experiment with you when I come back to YouTube. But there's always a but, right? I will be doing raw pod episodes. Those are my short updates on what a photographer entrepreneur does behind the scenes on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon. Amazon has Audible and music. I'm recording it for me, but you can listen if you want. This is exactly what today's episode is about. Focus. I need to focus. You need to focus. I don't want to keep putting more time into something simply because I've been told that's what a business owner is supposed to do, or that's what I've been doing for so many years. You built it up. But if there's nobody there, you need to pull back because it's wasting the most valuable thing an entrepreneur has, which is time. Time for you to focus on your business, to make money on your passion to profit. It's so important to know where you're spending time and where your people are at so you can help them. So that's what we're going to talk about when I come back. How do you actually find your ideal clients? Over the next 90 days, I'm not just going to talk about it, I'm going to do it right alongside with you. So I'd love to know, where are you spending most of your time trying to grow your photography business right now? And do you actually know where your ideal, perfect clients are? Put them in the comments below if you'd like. We're going to figure this all out together. I'm so excited because it's a new adventure. And also, I want to tell the CC crew that hangs out with me every single week, I really appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll be around. I will be going to my posts on YouTube and adding information there as I move forward. So I'm around, and you'll see me in different places on Facebook, LinkedIn, definitely on my website. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. I truly appreciate that. I hope you got something out of this podcast. Cheers, my friend. If you would like to get show notes, links that I talk about in the episode, and a bunch of other goodness like freebies to help you build your photography business, then head on over to photobizmethod.com. photobizmethod.com. See you there.